All right, all right. Get some comments. It is. It's hitting very hard. And let me tell you what I see. Natural disaster. People going through shit, but people are really, really starting. Like, are really. Some people are really seeing that who they thought they could help, they couldn't. You know, they can't. On masculine and feminine side, it's like something is happening to make you see. Like you can't avoid it. You can't ignore it. Um, Rebirth is here, but this is happening so that you can have a new beginning, so that you can have a proper new beginning. All right, victory, victory, success. Is happening so that you can have a victory. Lovers, a choice. It could have something to do with a relationship. All right, somebody wants to give. All right, somebody wants to give. Page of Cups is an offer, but it may require relocation in order for this to work. All right, Fool, new beginning. So it's like you have to be open because I got a ship here, two ships. You have to be open to movement. All right, because I just feel like when spirit comes through and bless the both of you with something, you can't be where you are. All right, you can't be where you are. King of Wands. Yeah, it's departure. Moving on to a victorious new beginning type of energy. High Priestess. Removing burdens, like becoming unstuck, leaving all the bullshit behind. Like almost putting yourself in some sort of isolation, but this is a different sort of isolation. And whatever's happening, it's happening fast. It's happening fast. Somebody can end a conflict how fast something is coming together. All right, because they know that something will be balanced out between somebody. All right, or with someone. All right, meaning they will no longer be able to come in between and cause any type of discord. All right, the world completions fulfillment is here. It's like somebody's being removed type of energy. All right, because somebody is trying to stop Empress from like some sort of movement. All right, or moving in the direction that they're supposed to be moving in. All right, it's like it's some sort of blockage, and something is coming in to remove that blockage permanently. All right, it's like a pest. Whatever it is pesky. All right, spirit is getting ready to remove that. All right, somebody's gonna be in a motherfucking world of hurt. All right, somebody's gonna get ready to go through heavy justice. All right, somebody's moving on to calmer waters. Again, there is some sort of offer here that is going to help you move forward. All right, and it's looking out to somewhere else, like relocation energy. Judgment is here. Something is getting ready to happen fast. All right, King of Swords. All right, somebody could have been. Somebody is. I hear see protection here. All right, somebody may felt like they couldn't do something because of the circumstances, some sort of circumstance. All right, somebody pulling the swords out of their back. Somebody pulling their swords out of their back, and they come, and somebody is celebration is here. Somebody's doing something, but it's like spirit is skipping that part. Chariot, but it's coming in. But yeah, spirit skipping it. The moon is here. What's going on, love? All right, Wheel of Fortune is here and the Emperor. So like spirit not finna tell you what's getting ready to happen, but something is getting ready to happen. All right, that's finna change a whole bunch of shit. Wheel of Fortune. All right, then you got the Emperor, and then you got the Star. All right. Somebody has gained authority over a situation completely. All right. Ace of Cups. Somebody has gained control of emotions. Something was keeping something stuck. All right, when it comes to emotions or how somebody was feeling about a situation. All right. Something is being put to rest. Strength is here. Queen of Wands. It could have something to do with a mother figure, a baby mother, aunt. Ace of Wands. All right, somebody is walking away. All right, somebody is no longer looking at a situation as um, a loss, but a lesson. Yeah, somebody's going to get justice. All right, somebody is being led by their ancestors. All right, there's a seed that was planted, getting ready to harvest this. I feel like this masculine is. All right, I feel like there's a masculine that's getting ready to something about with this family unit, but it's like mother strong influence, but not with the masculine, but with the third party energy. All right, new study is here, grounded opportunity. Something is becoming official. All right, you were persistent when it came to boundaries. All right, kept going, strength here, inner peace, patience, taming your inner wiles. All right, a long time. You could be in deep reflection at this time. All right, teamwork and collaboration. You're getting ready to come together with somebody. All right, who's going to be able to assist you in a situation. The world is here, completion. All right, wholeness, victory lap, road up. All right, so something is complete. Intuition hits, dreamy energy, creative ideas. You could be in this creative energy at this time. There's a lot of conflict around you. Ego battles, walking away from drama. All right, you could, or somebody else around you could also be. Friendship, celebration. All right, so there's some sort of joyous time coming. All right, good people, good vibe, warmth, and joy. All right, you could be holding on or saving money at this time. Steady progress for your effect. All right, patience, slow growth. All right, something that was slow to grow, you're finally getting ready to see some results. Emotional renewal, love flows freely. All right, so something's changing when it comes to a love situation or your love life, balance, fairness, karma's rolling in. Mental clarity. All right, you're getting ready to get some clarity on the situation. Temptation, addictions. Somebody could have been battling addiction or temptation. All right, Empress is here. All right, so you could have been battling with something. Harmony, connection, conflicts. Life of the smoke party. All right, so you could have been going through some sort of inner conflict. All right, Spirit is asking you to stand your ground. Judgment is here. Let's see. All right, things are fast pacing now. All right, so something's getting ready to speed up. Somebody feel like they owe you. All right, fix paperwork. All right, somebody feels like they owe you. Somebody fixed something when it came to some paperwork. All right, so there's some fast action coming in that's gonna sweep you off your feet. All right, you could be waking up to good news. All right, calling you, telling you, get ready to pack. All right, justice is here. All right, so you could be getting ready to send some money. All right, Aruba house, dad's side. All right, you could be receiving something, inheriting something, inheriting something. Somebody coach somebody to fix something. Somebody found some proof on something and now they're scared. A brother-in-law or uncle is significant. Offshore accounts. Siblings. Yep. So a sibling is getting caught up as well. All right. Somebody is missing some conversation. Somebody's scared now. Somebody getting caught up, sponsoring your life. Somebody feel like they owe you. All right, so I feel like this money is going to take you somewhere to where love is coming in, or where the grounds can be a playing field type of energy. All right, it's like you don't have nothing else to worry about but basically loving yourself and whoever. All right, someone deceased is trying to connect through divination. All right, owning. All right, so you, like I said, you could have inherited something, some sort of store, and you could be hearing something about that. Land is here. All right, coming to surprise you. Somebody telling you to pack. All right, splurge again. Somebody found out something about spell work, witchcraft, in the woods. Man, somebody doing spells, shit in the woods. Now they ass scared because they did some shit. All right, divine wealth. Somebody did something to keep some sort of money. Yes, ma'am. All right, right is here. Yeah, somebody's missing your conversation. Yes, ma'am, Nadia, I got you, love. All right, moving into a big home. Somebody's getting ready to move into a big home. All right, somebody learned the truth by listening to you. There will be so much abundance. Justice is coming in. All right, let me pull on some more love cards. Damn, why the fuck is my cards stuck together? The fuck? Oh my god. I'm so pissed. Damn, talking about magnetic connection, and that's the card. I'm gonna have to get some more of these, motherfuckers. Alright, law of attraction, magnetic connection, and strong. That pissed me off. Alright, whatever this is, it's a magnetic connection. Alright, strong pulls, intensity. Alright, so you're going to know that this is for you. No question. Alright, donation reads are glad this time. Engagement is here. Spirit wants you to stay optimistic. Something about past lives, alright? You could have known this person before. Alright, you could have separated from this person. This could be somebody that you know. Again, magnetic connection. Somebody's overthinking a situation. Alright, nothing has gone wrong. Spirit is asking you to trust the process when it comes to a connection. Spirit is saying avoid conflict. Alright, balance is here. Spirit said have faith and gratitude. There could be difficulties at this time. It may not be on your end, it may be on, or maybe on both. Alright, Spirit is wanting you to open your eyes. Alright, when somebody shows you who the fuck they are, believe them. Be present. Spirit is wanting you to be present. Alright, twin flame here. You are marrying someone. Alright, balance. Alright, and Spirit wants you to pay attention to the red flags. Alright, this is your read. Hold on. Let me pull from these couple of these new cards, and then I'm going to end this read. Alright, let's see. Alright, so somebody's coming back in the right energy permanently. There's a hidden door here. 27 is significant. Something could be happening on the 27th. Somebody could be coming back into your energy. Or you could be getting in contact with someone. Alright, travel the world is here. Alright, Sunday. All right, I see everything that you said to be true. All right, somebody built a hate train when it came to you, and that shit is being derailed. 31 could be significant and coming with money. Fast communication is here. All right, and that is your read. Have a good one.